Radek would like to take a look while everybody's talking at some of the, the remains from the black goo and the ooze. And was it a dead flesh type of thing?
Yeah, they it looked like it's got components of Audrey, but
Mm.
they actually burned out and corrupted um, some of her plant matter with some of the essence of the druid bodies that they'd thrown in there. So, not
Oh, he could have just absorbed the damn ooze. All right.
well, it was corrupted, so it was attacking you.
I gotcha.
Alrighty. So, um, you do have other options. Like, remember, you have Father, you have Perotia and Gears, and then you have Bones and Anna. You have people you can talk to about this.
So how'd that whole hermit thing supposed to? He kept talking about a hermit on the lake,
Mm-hmm.
the cave that the Grendel was from.
Yep.
We already know who the hell it is because they, did their whole "show me what you got" thing.
Mm-hmm.
But what do we need to do to find out where to go for these guys?
Well, you might want to investigate. You got a couple of locations that you could check out, and you got a few allied extras you could talk to.
Mhm.
You do know that there's an island out on the lake you could check out because he did mention the hermit there. He told you where the cave was, and he didn't mention it, but I didn't mention it, but he would have told you about the ruins where they staged the attack from.
Oh
When I
yeah.
asked him about,
That's a big piece of information.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that
when
doesn't
I
sound
asked
like
him,
a permanent outpost. That sounds like a temporary staging area.
Yeah. The hermit actually was part of the town. He lived out on the lake.
when I asked him about my papa, he said something about a boat. Maybe we should go to the lake.
Mhm.
Do you folks want to go down to the lake?
Which is closer to the cave of the Grendel, the uh, staging area, or the hermit?
The island is closer.
And does any of the folks in town that we've talked to already, does anybody think they have information that might help us?
You could check and see.
Because you have the witch, right?
Yeah, you do have Anna.
The form.
She
Yeah,
would.
she might even know who his this guy's mother is.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
She.
he said it was the two that came, right?
Yeah, one was his mother and one was his auntie.
Yeah.
So that means Anna actually knew them.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'll take you wherever you folks want to go.
We ask Anna first, since she's here in town.
Sure thing.
Hmm.
What did you suggest? Or
And we move over to the center section, and you can ask whoever you'd like.
Right. Too bad Johan's not here. We could just have him go talk to all the NPCs.
Yeah. They open their
Wait,
mouth
have
and
we
start like
met
talk.
her before?
Yeah, we met her before.
Mm-hmm.
Who's this dude?
Oh, that was the werewolf, the lycanthrope, Kevin.
Yeah, I missed that. I wasn't here for that.
It was kind of brutal. There's a video of it.
How many sessions did I miss?
You didn't really miss the session. It was just like after you had to leave.
All right. Where is
Raddick
she?
Raddick is heading down to the
Empty shop.
yeah. Anna sees you walk in, the bell rings, and she's like, Radek, how are you? Are you here for some potions?
Show me what you got. But yeah. Uh, what do you know about the vampires?
Well, they're horrible. They're monsters. They have a cult based around dominance. They call it the cult of the Leviathan. Their whole
Did you know they
idea,
take people's parents?
they'll take parents, children, dogs, cats. They'll take anything of significance just to make you bend to their will.
Do you think they took my Papa Giuseppe?
Well, I don't know, little Bertino. I haven't seen Giuseppe. She's gonna reach into her pocket and she's gonna pull out a piece of candy and say, like, "Here, have a caramel." And she's gonna offer it to you.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna guess that since you're intangible, like it's just gonna drop on the floor in front of you.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, well, that's new. Hmm. Hmm. Does your papa do that
He
as well?
he bends over and uses his tactile telekinesis to pick it up with his hand and hand it back to her.
She
My
takes.
Papa says not to take candy from strangers.
Your papa has
Ah,
taught you.
she's cool.
Mhm.
Go for it, Bertino.
Radek, what business brought you here?
Oh yeah, we're gonna go hunt down them vampires. Sounds like
Good.
you wouldn't have know where they're at, would you?
Um, not really. I mean, they have their fortifications, you know. They have Castle Vastalag. That's in the center of the county, though. But I wouldn't say it's here. Why? Are you going
Oh,
to directly go into their lands and holdings?
mm, that sounds suboptimal.
I would say so. They're protected by the covens, and honestly, the Ebon Woods are not exactly the strongest amongst the coven witches. Um, if you're going to hunt them down, what happened? Do you mind filling me in? I know I'm new here, but I really would like to help the town if I can.
Oh, you didn't see the giant heads? Yeah, they killed every bunch of people. Said they're gonna kill everybody else, and killed a couple kids.
Oh my gosh, it's monsters.
Is everybody else just gonna stand outside, or
Yeah.
Rad gonna be the?
Yeah.
You seem to be asking all the right questions.
Yeah, right.
But,
Miss Maxine, Lady Nicomella, um, what's happening?
Well, sounds like within a week the vampires are going to be coming en force to destroy the town unless we kill 1/3 of the people, which is not going to happen.
It shouldn't
but no,
happen. They're not going to honor that bargain. I know how they think, and they would just kill everyone and laugh about it.
And agreeing to that will be making a deal with the devil, which, by the way,
Is your
Oh
nephew?
yeah.
um, you might know a certain fellow dropped by, called himself the brother, said that you knew. Um, you might know his mother or his aunt. He was a
Or
what do you call
Red skin,
red
black
skin?
suit, red horns.
Was it
Blackberry,
My
the
gosh,
corporate.
Hephaestus was here? What was he
Hephaestus?
doing?
Oh,
Asking for our help in avenging his brother.
Oh, that's right. His brother was Grindelborn.
mhm,
I'll tell you this much. He had no love lost for his mother. She adored him, but was cruel to Thing. That's what they called the younger one.
Yeah, they chucked him in a blender and used him to power up their toy to kill all the druids.
That's extreme even for the Coven. Normally, they'll let the Grindelborn live and use them as shock troopers, but
No,
hmm,
they used to power up his machine, killed him.
yeah, they have special properties to their blood because they're born of witches. Oh, and Hephaestus
Ooh,
wants you to
write that
avenge him.
down.
Yeah,
yeah,
so he wants you to avenge him.
mhm.
He will most
His
like
request.
he will most likely honor that agreement, but any agreement that he makes with you is probably got a uh, unwanted side effect.
Mhm.
But there is a caveat, Endor.
Always. I do believe that working with demon bread will corrupt your souls. I'm
How
Personally,
much
I
though?
understand.
more than you would be willing. I don't even think Lady Nicomella would be able to. No offense, madam. I speak in compliments, I hope you know.
Mhm. Oh, I completely agree. However, he does seem to love his brother, so he's perhaps not beyond redemption or completely evil.
Well, even the wild things of the night have a law unto themselves.
I knew it. He's a lawyer.
Now,
Yes,
now, now, no need. He's just a demon. There's no need to use harsh language.
no, I think he actually does have a law
Cult of
degree.
demons.
All right. So, um,
Are there any bots in any of these cases?
any what?
Any like small robots?
Yeah, there's a couple of spider bots in there.
Buratino tries to talk to them, see what they've seen.
Uh, they just give you like little click clack sounds. They don't have a long span of memory. Do you have a specific question for them?
Have they seen the papa?
They ask you what he looks like.
Okay.
Okay. So Anna's gonna look around and be like, what, what can I really help you with here? Like, what do you need from me?
He uses
You got
the
any vampire killing stuff?
Well, I mean, there's always sunlight, but yes, I have some silver, some wooden stakes. You might want to talk with Father Perosha or even Father Gears. I don't think I should be talking to Father Gears, though.
Endor.
She gets this sort of like longing look in her eyes, and then like one eyebrow sort of raises. Perosha, on the other hand, I've been looking for a reason to discuss things with.
Mhm.
Purchase the vampire hunting materials from me. How much are they?
We'll give you a discount, and she's going to sell them to you for 150.
That easy.
I'll chip in half.
Mhm.
Alrighty. So you each have a silver steak and some wolfsbane. And I would be careful when Vlad comes back around because Vlad does not like wolfsbane.
Oh, now I guess heavy weapons work against vampires like a stake would, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
Speaking to the priest about the matter of the vampire does seem expedient.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Also, this is church territory, so they
Right.
they have the ability to help you out there.
Also, before we leave, you said the coven there, the Everwood,
Ebonwood, yes, like
Everwood,
Blackwood but fancy.
that they weren't the most powerful. What
No.
exactly do you mean by that? What are their weaknesses that you know of?
Hmm. Well, particularly, I mean, they have the ability to cast spells and to connect with the the essence. They have the ability to reach into the discourse, but to manifest magic. I could with some practice do small things myself, but when you reach a mother's status, you have the ability to truly demonstrate power. But I would say that if you, and they're just human women who connect to the power source, if you're able to really hit them hard enough before they can access the commands, then they'll go down as anyone else.
Hmm. So hit them hard, hit them fast, hit them strong. That was
Yes.
pretty much what I planned on doing anyway, so that will work.
Mm-hmm.
Thank
Alrighty.
you for your assistance.
You're welcome. Come by anytime.
Now, we go now speak to the priests.
Uh, Radic will take a second to take a last poke around the shop, see if anything catches his eye.
Uh, there is a few books on horticulture and exotic plants. And if you're looking around, she's going to come over and say, "How's Audra doing?"
Oh,
Damn vamps. Freaking fed Audrey some junk, corrupted her up.
Well,
She's not looking too good.
we're close to the groves. Perhaps Lady Sage could be of assistance in sustaining or even germinating some seeds if they're still there.
Do we have any money?
Yes, you actually
Yeah.
get a stipend from the town.
Mhm.
I have actually not spent any money at all in this game so far.
like 1,200 gold pieces from something.
Right?
Yeah.
And
All right.
one good shot of whiskey.
Mm-hmm. All
That
right.
might convince her.
There you go.
Alrighty.
All right. So I buy the small repair bot. Is it like a spider bot?
Yeah, it's about the size of a cat.
It has its own repair skill.
Yep. It's got a D6 in repair. Use cat, give it wall walker, and a repair of D6.
Okay, great. Thanks.
It'll follow you around, but it can take damage.
Spiderbot does whatever a Spiderbot does.
That's right.
Right.
Mm-hmm. All right, so Radek, she's talking with you about maybe ways to help or treat Audra, and there's a book on exotic plants in the area. Do you want to ask her anything in particular?
It sounds like Lady Sage be the one to talk about uncorrupting Audrey,
Yeah.
but he was basically looking for any kind of magic items or whatnot, or anything that'd be good. But sounds like the Wolfsbane and the stakes pretty much cover it.
Yep.
But I did have a out of character question. I picked up Gadgeteer, the uh, advance before last, but would that allow? Because in deluxe, right,
Mm-hmm.
you could turn to daylight,
Yeah.
turn light to daylight.
Yeah.
Can you make a sunlight daylight device with Gadgeteer in Suede?
I will say yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Then he's gonna go ahead and when he gets a chance, make up to it says up to 3 power points. 2 power points. Cool. Does anybody want one?
A
A
what?
device that will cast sunlight.
Right, we should probably all have one.
Well, the more I make, the less power points I have going forward. But I, I think Radic might be retiring soon. So,
At least give one to Buratino. He needs to be able to best defend himself from the vampires.
right.
I would never
Does
forgive myself if something happened to the child on my watch.
ooh, that's a good idea. Nikki, you got any kind of power like that, light based, or you probably don't even need it, do you?
Yeah, I've got a laser sword, which I guess can.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah. Laser weapons actually count as light. Light and fire. So. In the Razor and the Gale, you can get weapon modifications for your ranged weapons as well.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I would prefer not to take the child with us, but with his eagerness, I think we would have a difficult time leaving him behind.
can I get that light modification? No, no. Actually, I've got a heavy pulse rifle.
Yeah, Pulse
Um,
is pretty good because Pulse can do a lot of damage.
Who
Yeah.
needs sunlight when you just reduce your opponent to atoms?
Yeah,
I mean,
Right.
technically, if you blow them into chunky salsa, it counts as decapitation.
yeah. But I don't want them just annihilated into atoms. I want them annihilated into sunburnt atoms.
Right.
You're just like, these guys have really pissed me off. Oh,
Does anybody who all wants one? Bertino, Maxine, Moss.
That's gonna be a
I should be
negatory
good.
ghost rider.
If it's not going to cripple you too much. I mean, if it's going to be too much of a drain on your power points, I will not take one.
I can do a few.
How do they work?
Bruce,
Solar
you
energy
actually can't
protection?
carry anything.
Huh?
No, that's right. He's permanently incorporeal.
mm-hmm.
Ah, that's right.
Like he can
All right.
focus to become corporeal, but then as soon as he stops working at it, he becomes incorporeal again.
Right. In that case, Moss, you want one?
No thanks. I should be okay. Got the silver stake and the wolfsbane.
Good. One for Maxine.
All right, what's the range and damage and all that stuff?
Well,
I would assume it uses shooting.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
it would just be a light, right? But it'd be sunlight.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd just give you a freaking
Immediate weakness.
right, an LBT on you. of sunlight. That only lasts 10 minutes, though.
Does
Shit.
how
I
many
just.
repairs can a spider bot make before it needs to be like resupplied?
Do you have a toolkit?
Do I have a toolkit? I don't have anything.
All right. I wouldn't even.
Raddick does.
Yeah, I would say what you're doing, Anders, is you're picking up a hireling that is just like an NPC repairman.
Like, but does he have to?
I'll go
I guess
ahead.
what I'm saying is like, do I have to like? I mean, like if.
I'll tell you
Like if
what,
we're,
Anders. I'll tell you what. Right
yeah,
now, we'll say that you pay 250, and we'll say that
mhm,
he has 5 attempts at repair. The
okay,
next advance, if you want to pick up Animal Companion and just say that repair at a D6 is what it has because it's just designed for that, we'll do that. Sound good?
okay.
Okay, cool deal.
Be awesome.
I like that. An animal companion with repair.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And it is right here if you see it. Can you move it around?
Yeah. Except it's like way big.
Yeah, that's about as small as I can make it. Mm-hmm.
Can you write it?
I just fall straight through it,
All right.
Right, right.
but I can hide inside of it.
Okay. Yeah, actually, you can.
There you go.
All right. Where to now?
Are we going to
Sounds
try and
like
save the plant thing, or are we not?
Well, you
it
got.
sounds cool, but we got a primary thing going on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we'll talk to the priests first.
Yeah.
See if we can get some more info on uh, the vampires.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I'll.
if we go out check out Grendel's cave, then he'll stop by and talk to Lady Sage. Other than that,
Yeah.
Well, you got Lady Sage. You got the island of the hermit,
Mhm.
and you've got the ruins, and you know.
Yeah. I think you said the lake, the hermit was the closest.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Right.
Alrighty.
But Gears or Perosia might be able to help gear us up or give us info on, or we can work out a thing with the church where they do a major push to take over the area.
Mm-hmm. So they're up in the town hall if you want to meet with them.
Sure.
Perosia seemed the cooler dude, and Anna wanted to talk to him anyway. But
I'm gonna go on mute for a second. I'll be right back.
Alrighty.
Oh, might they have holy water, or is that not really a thing?
right,
Not the mail.
They can bless it.
Oh, you know how to make holy water, don't you?
I
Boil the hell out of it.
right.
as someone who's not speaking as Moss, as someone who's not very familiar with the church practices, is holy water just actually a thing, or is that more of a like urban legend sort of thing?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. It's blessed.
Can it hurt vampires?
Yes. Actually,
Yeah.
okay. If you're going by the old traditions, any water can hurt vampires because it's washing away the corruption. Like you would wash things with water.
Huh.
Yeah. They can't like in the old traditions, vampires couldn't cross bodies of water.
Yeah.
Running
Uh,
water.
Yeah.
Running water.
Unless they were
so you're
on
telling me
reserve.
those kids just need a bath, and then they'll be fine, or
Mm, if you gave
Either
those,
that or it's, waterboarding for them.
I would say that if you gave those kids a bath, they might catch on fire.
oh, I see.
We
Hmm.
could try
They're
it,
like
though.
they're like white phosphorus.
Yeah. The process of
Oof.
corruption does not respond well to them. Okay.
Ooh, they might be good for uh, some experiments. I mean, if this is going to take a while. Uh,
I say, okay, Jimmy, sit in this catapult and hold on to this water and try to aim yourself towards the vampires.
Here you go. We'll give it cool points too. We'll give them the wingsuit. Cruise missile kids.
My
that
dog's
almost
having
sounds
a
like
nightmare.
that almost sounds like a really bad TV series. Cruise missile kid.
Right.
Hmm. Okay.
So Gears of Pro show.
Either or. You can talk to both, really.
Right.
Who do we think would be more helpful?
Either of them, but Prosh is cooler or
Hmm.
a bit more laid back than Gears.
Yep.
All right. Well, off to the town hall then.
Hmm.
Is that on the map here, or
All
okay?
right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Up at the top.
Yeah, thanks, Hannah. If you hear from Lady Sage, let her know I've got some plant problems, and we'll let Prosh know.
Yeah, you know what? I'll lock up and deliver the message via broom as soon as I can.
Thank you, thank you.
Hmm.
Okay. When she says "by broom," is she being literal? That would be
Yeah. So, being that she has the power vehicle, she's actually got a broom that she flies on. Which comes in very handy when delivering packages.
Right. I was so tempted to make a freaking vaquero with a motorcycle.
Yeah, that would have been sweet.
Better be the only one rolling around on a bike.
Well,
You never get to take the vehicle anywhere.
alrighty. So you get there, and Mayor Bones and Father Perosha greet you. I say, Moss, how's it going? That's Bones speaking.
Your Holiness. Long story short, we're gonna go kill the vampires before they can do anything to the town, and we were hoping you could either equip us to deal with them or tell us about vampires and how we might stop them.
Well, we probably want to bring Father Gears in on this. He's the fighter. I'm more of a philosopher.
I see. Where is he right now?
He's over in the rectory over there.
Moss will stifle some laughter and say, "Sorry, what was it called?"
The rectory. That's where you go to plan.
Okay.
Alright, so,
Over here.
To meet with the rector.
yes, that's what you
Okay.
do. Alright.
I'll knock on the door.
He looks at you. He says, Yes, how might I help you, Mr. Moss?
We're gonna go kill some vampires, and we were hoping for some ice or for some gear.
Oh, very good. I'd like to hear this. He's gonna go over there and he's gonna grab some beads. He's gonna come back. He's gonna throw them over your neck. He's going to like murmur things in front of you. He's going to talk about blessings upon you. May you go and maintain bravery in the face of danger. It's like, I would like to assist you. Let me come with you and pound some skulls in.
All right, more the merrier.
Good. I am ready for this. By
Okay.
now, you have probably noticed that the vampires are sick. They have a disease. It's not just a physical one. They have a sickness of the soul that corrupts them.
Hmm. Yeah, they are pretty unhinged and wicked.
Mm. They do not believe in grace or love or fraternity. They only believe in power. That is all that their faith will allow them to have. Is power and the ability to force others to break under their will. This is not the way of the Grand Machine. The Grand Machine sees that everyone has a purpose. Everyone has a place and a structure and an order in the Great Missa.
Okay.
It's like putting all your power into one device, and next thing you know, you're popping a breaker anytime you plug anything else in. What the hell?
I understand the reference. Yes, some of us are meant to be broken, and it is a painful thing to be. But we have great work. It will lead us on into a glorious future. What is it? A rising tide raises all ships. Hmm?
Hmm.
And the work of the church is to raise us all up. But we must understand that we are pieces within the process, within the work that makes it happen.
But is there like some antivirus software we can do with this corruption? Like,
Firewall, anti-vampire firewall.
You have installed protection in the town, yes? It will limit their ability to attack with the magics.
yeah, but we're not exactly air gapped.
I see. Some remnant of their violence has remained, yes?
Oh yeah, they're coming back in a week to kill everybody.
He's just gonna like take his cannonball and he's just gonna sit it down in front of them and he's gonna look at you and say, they're going to try.
Now that's something I can get behind.
Where
Oh, that's an idea. We just hang out and them come to us and blow up the vampires.
we could
Too many of
empower
the
the
towns
town.
could be dangerous.
We
What
could
if they have Papa Giuseppe with them? Where they are
Oh,
now?
Papa
pulse
Giuseppe.
laser ballistas.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, as Rag does that little Homer donut thing.
Well, my vote is still to go out and get them before they come to us, because that means less people will get hurt, and
We're bringing them here. We'll see too many townsfolk. Put too many townsfolk at unnecessary risk.
it'll
Ah,
be a fight on our
yeah.
terms, and totally not because it'll be a chance to steal from their hordes of wealth.
Ooh.
Mr. Moss, you do not need to play the fool with me. You may steal everything that they have. In fact,
Yes.
I want you to steal everything that they have in front of them. leaving them broken as bare as you take the last stone from their fortifications. I want you to make them feel weak and impoverished, because that is what they have done to my congregation. I would say this,
Right.
that the vampires themselves will not come. They will send their lackeys, they will send their servants.
Uh,
They will look down and feel too important to actually do the work themselves.
how much division of force do you think they'll devote for taking out the town? Or are they just going to send out like a squad and do that? Or you think they'll come enough forces to drain their defenses?
I've spoken with the prisoner, the werewolf. He tells me that they are just going to hire bandits, and that will be it.
Ah,
We are looking at a. There is an old story. Seven warriors, magnificent
Sure, they
ones.
were magnificent.
Yes, those. Hmm.
I thought they ate rice.
They do eat rice.
who doesn't eat rice?
Only crazy people don't eat rice. Rice is delicious.
I don't eat anything.
Eat rice.
Alrighty. So, so Father Gears will actually accompany you, and he will put blessings upon you. If you look in the, I believe it's in the Razor and the Gale folder, and he is. Let's see, where is he?
Looks like under people, there's machine cleric.
Yes, he's the machine cleric, and he should
I'm the
be.
machine clerk.
Yeah, he's the much more silent, less intoxicated one. You were just not there for that, man. He was insane.
no, no, I get it.
Yes.
I get it.
But yes, if somebody wants to use him, he is an allied extra that will help you fight. And let me check and see his
Sweet.
stats. He has arcane background miracles. And
Yeah, he was dropping the hammer last time, so
yeah, he was. We were talking about, and he has smite as a power.
there you go.
And maybe that's has a light trapping to it.
It can. He has boost lower trait, protection, and smite. But he only has 15 power points. So keep that in mind. Alrighty.
I will put down the PowerPoint requirements for those spells in there.
Alright, cool deal. Thank you. Alrighty. So now where would you like to go?
Should we talk to a hermit, or is there anybody else in town we need to talk to? Is there anybody else we can talk to in town?
Well, there's the prisoner, and that's about it. If you want to interrogate him, but the Gears has already interrogated him, and pretty much he's a broken man. I'll tell you this already about the werewolf. He's actually a Varkalak, but he's been branded, and he's been forced to remain in his lycanthrope form by the vampires.
He,
He can't.
that's some more information we can use if there's a way to, break that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
Of course, it might require some experimentation. I don't think we have that kind of time.
right.
Maybe that's something I'll work on when we get back.
You
Maybe.
mean a way to force them to back into human form?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the vampires have taken him prisoner, forced him into his werewolf form, and then they branded him so he'll be stuck there. He can't turn back into a human.
Hmm.
I mean, can we cut that part out?
I don't think it'll have the effect you want it to have.
Okay, that's disturbing.
Well,
Yeah.
it's a very little bit, but it is still dead flesh, right? Just cut it.
Yeah, but the machine, the nanobots are still going to be in his body. It's just the entrance point of it. It's like a curse.
It's like you cut it out and it grows back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still worth a shot, right?
Yeah, I mean, you just want to practice a few times cutting him up. I mean,
He's a werewolf.
We take a box of milk bones and, you know, tell him he's a good boy afterwards.
mm-hmm. All right. So, I'm guessing you folks want to head to the island.
Yeah.
I think so. Probably best.
Okay. And you get there to see the hermit's camp has been destroyed. Uh, Bertino, are you there?
Yes.
Give me a notice roll.
So it's on my character sheet.
Mm-hmm. Something about this camp seems very familiar to you. There's a certain smell in the air, and you're getting like memories of when you were younger. Is there anything particular about your father that comes to mind when you think of him?
Just that he had the hands of a craftsman.
Right. The spider bot goes rooting around and finds like small tools and craftsman's equipment. Like you start to find like children's toys and boxes that have been broken and smashed up in the rubble.
Uh, uh, he gets very excited. He's like, "These are toys that have been made by my father, Giuseppe."
Mm-hmm.
The hermit was your father.
No, my father Giuseppe lived in town with me. He had a toy store.
How long ago was that?
He seems to be vague on the numbers. Uh, he thinks it was a week ago, but he just woke up a week ago.
Right?
And he doesn't know how long he was asleep.
If he lived in town, how come nobody knows who he was?
He doesn't know. He says the town changed a lot in the time that he was asleep. He went to sleep one morning and he woke up the next day and the town was completely different.
I've been asleep for some time, Bertino. Similar to me. I don't know how long I lay in the rubble of my former master's estates.
Did you bring your bag
It
with you,
couldn't have been more than a
Maxine?
week.
What's that?
Your bag.
Oh, yeah, I always have that with me.
There's a strange like energy radiating out of it.
I would look in and see what that's about.
There's a pair of like letters that seem to be like glowing red, and they're kind of pixelated around the corners.
Okay. Can I make out what they say?
I don't say anything. It's just envelopes, just strange little envelopes, and then they fade into nothing.
Anything about that? That's like some sort of message that I just delivered or something? Or some sort of technological.
We don't know. Seems a little weird though.
What's this? Oh, that's Bertino's spider bot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Rag goes poking
Excellent.
around,
Okay.
looking for
Look
anything.
around, Bertino. See if there's anything else you recognize. This may be a clue in finding your father.
Yeah, Benedictine starts looking through all the boxes and trying to sort them out and figure out, you know, looking for the maker's mark on the toys.
Mm-hmm. There's a couple of different makers, Mark. One of them is Giuseppe's, but then you see one that's Pellegrino, one that's Absinthe. Seemed like this person was a collector. There's detailed notes. There's a few physical diagrams. It seems like there's circuitry patterns. Like whoever was here was a master craftsman. But why on earth would he be on the island is the real big question.
Particularly difficult to get to this island. It's just seclusion, right? Like a hermit seeking seclusion. It's not like he hard to get here.
Right. It's not hard at all. In fact, you guys made it out here in no time, just riding
Yeah.
out on the boat. But it's a very.
Anything?
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, GM. Go ahead.
It's like it's an odd island. It's a very small island.
Right. Anything about the surface itself?
Got a palm tree.
Mm-hmm.
I can't put my finger on it, but there's something.
Something odd about this place.
Right.
With the rule of
Only
thumb.
if only I could get a handle on what's happening. All right.
Can somebody give me a hand here?
Yep. Nika, did you fly in on your horse? Did anybody?
Good point. Yeah, I was planning on flying in because I imagine she probably gets seasick.
Right.
Also, a horse on a dinghy.
Since you would have flown in, you would have spotted and noticed that the island itself looks like a giant hand, and from far up, it looks like the hand is still attached. It's just whatever it's attached to just goes further underwater. It's like something's reaching out.
Massive statue
Yeah.
in very deep water.
Okay, is this palm down or palm up?
Palm up.
All right.
Yeah, this is
Rag's going to step to the side over here and poke the middle finger.
There's a tree growing in between the digits. Like
Right.
you'll notice that there are trees growing around the hand, but not through the hand.
Right.
It seems like you can't see it, but the surface is well preserved. It's like the actual ground isn't broken.
Exactly. That's what Rag was looking at in the first place. But yeah, as everybody's poking around, freaking, he wants to make sure nobody else is in the way, and then poke the base of that middle finger.
All right. There seems to be there seems to be a flexible part there. Um, Forget what it's called in armor, but it's like layers that are like folded onto each other. But it's
Right.
Scales.
yeah, scales.
Relation.
It's got
Right.
flexible scales. Yeah.
Push a
I
button and
mean,
all the other fingers and the thumb curl in, leaving the middle finger extended.
Articulating. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah, he's pointing this out to everybody like, hey, we got a hand here, according to Nikki. This
uh,
tree doesn't grow up except between the fingers. And look at this. Poke, poke, poke. It looks kind of flexible over here.
uh, if I'm incorporeal, can I follow the hand back to like the body?
um, yeah. Like you can't actually go through the hand itself, but you can go through the material around it.
Right.
Do you want to do that?
Like, is there a body?
Yes. There is a gigantic body. It goes for
Is it a robot?
miles. Hmm?
Is it a robot body?
Take a penny.
Alrighty. Uh, is there any power going to it?
No, there's no power. There is power coursing through it, but it's very faint. And it actually leads up towards the head.
All right, I follow the power source.
Okay, to the head.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we might want to get back on the boat real quick. Uh, Bertino seems disappeared here, and we might want to not be on the giant hand when he's doing whatever he's doing.
Um,
Can anybody fly?
yeah.
I will get back in the boat quickly. I do not want to get wet. That's very dirty,
Do what?
especially if the water's muddy.
All right. So Bertino, do you see where you end up?
Oh, I've been there before.
Yep.
Yeah.
You have.
Okay. So, can I use interface to see if I can connect with it?
If you want to.
All right. I use interface.
All right.
Since I can interface with electronic gadgets, giving him much greater access to their inner workings than others. And I have the code breaker ability.
Okay. I'm going to need a spirit check at -2.
Oh, there you go.
Who?
All right. Bertino, you're intangible, right?
Yeah.
You hear the sound of rushing wind. You hear a tornado. It is booming in your ear, and all of a sudden, wind is just coursing through your body, feeling like it's going to pick you up. There's a roaring and a whistling sound that echoes through you and shakes you to your very core. And then this giant pulsing blue eye is just looking at you. And it begins, you begin hearing the sound of someone speaking, but it's this booming echo in the back of your head, and it makes no sense. It's this ancient, confused language. Like it's it's a chorus of dying, moaning bodies, and suddenly you see like time unfolding in front of you, and parts of it look familiar. Are you actually like disconnecting from it?
No, I'm just messing
All right.
with Erica. Um, I when you say he's so ancient, is it older than I am?
Yes. Or it might, like, knowing your character, it might be as old as you, but it seems to be older. Do you have. Do you want to make an occult roll at -4?
Sure.
Well, yeah, we probably want to, like back away here.
Alright.
Roll away if he's
Us,
actively missing.
you want to, throw your back into it on these oars, Haas, gears, if you want to grab that other one. And, maybe we should just, make a little room here.
Alright, Gears is going to, like, get his
The real
cannonbow
question is, where
ready,
was
and
the hermit?
he's just going to say, I am ready. Alright. Um, so, to Lady Sage and to the Druids, this is a sacred font. This is, like the fountain of youth, or a fountain that allows them to connect with, the holiness of nature. It's like it's got pure natural energy. But the Druids were wrong. This is where, this is the, I guess you could say, burial site of a colossus. And major plot point, in the ancient days, like when the four winds broke up the world, it was because of the Colossus Wars. These giant AI machines rose up to fight against humanity, and humanity just turned nature against them. And this is a remaining Colossus.
What war?
Colossus
Wait,
War.
Colossus War is from the
Of the four winds.
Yeah,
Four Winds.
Very cool.
yeah. They used the four winds to defeat the Colossus, but it ended up destroying their world in the process. So,
Of course, Puritan was like, "Do you know where my father Giuseppe is?"
you just hear, like,
Uh,
this, like, roaring and then some whispering, like, right next to you. And then you just get a flash of. Let's see if I can bring him up. You get this
hello, sirs.
flash of. He looks like an older version of you, actually. Let's see.
Here's a question for you: the toys that we found at the hand,
Hmm.
the boxes and crates they were they old?
Very old.
Yeah.
Very, very old. Alright. This is what you get a vision of.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, something in your gut tells you you don't want to. You manage to, like, come up behind a tree, so Lady Sage and the Guardian haven't seen you. But something in your gut tells you you don't want to be seen here.
Yeah, I tell it to go back to sleep. Go to sleep, Colossus. And then I head back towards the party.
Okay. Alright, everybody. You see Buratino reappear from. Just walks out of the rocks where the risks are. Father Gears looks at you and says, "The child, what is it? What have you seen? Tell me."
I try to describe it to them as best I can.
Hmm. That sounds like
We didn't. Well, we didn't see what you saw. Only you went to that page.
Okay. So, I mean, did they go? Oh, they've never been there at all
yeah.
because I went there before by myself the last time. Shoot,
Yep.
it's the second time I've gone there. All right, okay. Uh, so where the druids go is what they call the font is really the eye in a giant face. Um, and so they're gathering power from the eye of the colossus. Uh, and it's grown over, and there's like moss and trees and stuff growing over the face. So the details are missing, but yeah, this is also hand. This collect that's connected to a colossal body, and probably fell during the War of the Four Winds when the Colossals were opposed by humanity. Um, do you all know how long ago that was? Because that was just a few years ago.
Making academics.
That is. How old is your character, Maxime?
I was probably thinking not more than 100.
Yeah, this is thousands.
Would this be something I would have known in history?
Only in legends and mythology. So you could roll academics, but it would be one of those. It would sound like fairy tales to you. I'll let you roll it. I'll tell you what the myths say.
Oh crap! You're
What what con-
never gonna
what
find
con-
his father.
what contemporary history would tell me?
Mm-hmm.
Actually,
Well, there goes any chance of Buratino finding Papa Giuseppe.
Not necessarily.
Been dead 10,000 years. When Buratino ripped Van Winkles, he ripped Van Winkles hard.
Yeah.
Basil, before you do that, Basil also has history, so he could roll assist for you.
Mm-hmm. I don't even think Eric is in the room.
Coming back, I had to
Yeah.
roll 20s. Roll 20s being weird. My entire character sheet's gone.
Take a penny for the reference, Bruce. Never tell me the odds.
Right.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Nope. Basil doesn't know anything.
It's like Father Gears is just like curiouser and curiouser. I should have come out here and spoken with the hermit before. Ooh, what happened?
Sounds like you had a long time to do it too.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 21 on my academics.
21. This is effectively like Greek history. All right.
Right. Yeah. I'm
So,
listening to Bullfinch and mythology, basically. It's not something that
right.
it's not something that's regular history, but it's something I would know.
Yes. Um, so in the ancient days, when humans had mastered the arts of technology, they created um, whatever they could dream of, whatever they could imagine. And in the process, they created the Colossus. And the Colossus were their servants, and they did what humanity said. But as they grew smart and self aware, they began to view humans as more petulant children, as being irrational and illogical. So they tried to assume control of humanity, and humanity resisted. and eventually had to release the four winds to scatter the nanobots, or to scatter the essence, as they would call it, to weaken the Colossus. And they were able to put them down. But humanity paid a terrible price for that. They had to abandon the world that they lived in. And there are even some legends that the remnants of humanity adjusted to the radiation underground and still lived there, but the Colossus were wiped out to the best of your ability, to the best of your knowledge.
Relate that.
Yeah, parallels the it parallels the the Greek
Titans.
pantheon and the Titans. Yeah, I would say look at humans as being the Greek gods and look at the Colossus as being the Titans.
Right. Yeah.
Oh yeah, totally got a point. No, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
So you want to help us clean some stuff up, or can we, update a couple of files, maybe update some drivers and shit, and
Oh yeah, these guys
we get
have.
these guys help take out some vampires.
Oh yeah, these guys could absolutely destroy some vampires and everybody else in the process.
Yeah.
Well, that just means more recyclable. We
Right.
can, clean up, sweep some of this junk up, and hey,
I would say that what you have learned from this experience is that you are all sitting on top of a sleeping giant.
Quite literally.
Uh,
not just that, a nuclear sleeping
A
giant.
nuclear sleeping giant. Yeah.
and Buratino, although naive, is not stupid. So the fact that this giant is so old, like old enough for like trees and stuff to grow up around it and moss, he knows a long time has gone by. And these boxes to be so weathered, and there to be his father's toys that had made here, and gathered toys that hadn't been made yet when he last saw his father. He is beginning to realize that he has been asleep a very long time. Um, he is going to gather up all the toys with his father's maker's mark.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they all?
No, he said
My
there was
team,
like
my
five or
team
six
will help
hundred.
him and be there for him if he needs someone to talk to or to like to
No,
cry on her
Radic is
shoulder.
And this,
She's recognized that this is a child going processing some trauma.
Right.
right, and Radic doesn't
this
give a
is
shit, and
not a
he's just saying, yeah, if that's his, isn't it?
Get all the good
He
stuff.
just changed his name, so all this shit, it's his. Go for it,
it's
kid.
uh it's not purely a emotional
Right.
exercise. Um, when he last saw his father was going to make him a corporeal body. So it might be in here somewhere.
Ooh, a new body, dude. Hey, I got an idea. There's one, a working one right here.
3 feet tall to being 1,000 feet tall.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What
See?
could go wrong?
I mean, it might be a little bit of an upgrade, but hey,
I would say that'd be like arm wrestling a bear. The bear doesn't understand the rules of arm wrestling and it probably just mauls you to death.
right.
All right.
So be like the roommate who takes shit over.
Yep. All right, folks. I am going to go ahead and say that everybody gets an advance